Hi, hello. I'll just quickly share the link to Facebook. I'll just put the link out there. Okay, the link is shared. So hi. Welcome to the stream. So we have a different the venue today. My son's bedroom. So his bed's behind me, but hopefully the lighting is okay as well. Should be okay. So welcome. So the title is "This Is It." I couldn't think of a title, and this seemed the most appropriate title. So, yeah, this is it. This is it. Is the title. No surprises there. For a non-duality stream, this is it. Is like the most obvious title. I have a new jumper. I love my jumper. I love this color jumper. It's really nice. A present to me. I love hoodies. Okay, so how exciting. How exciting to talk about this. How exciting. And yet, what is there to talk about? What is there to say about this? But still, the speaking happens, the talking about it happens, the words come out, it is spoken. So the story or the experience of being a person is the story and the experience of being in time, of being in movement. So the idea is like this, linear, and the experience is you are somewhere, you have a position, and you are moving to a future somewhere else. And this is the experience of being a person. I am someone, I'm in a space, in a location, I am here, and I am moving forward in time. And the forward movement is to somewhere better, to somewhere where I'm going to feel happier, more at peace, successful. I'm going to arrive at the castle. I'm going to arrive and find the Prince Charming and arrive and have my happy ever after experience. That's the experience of being a person. And this arrival could be anything, any imagination. It could be anything, even like the next meal you're gonna have, or the next party you're going to, the next outfit you're gonna have. This arriving at this point, and then I'll be there. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll be able to rest. Then I'll be at peace. So this is the experience of being a person. And so we approach all things in this manner. It's just the natural way of being a person. It's in time. It's always about future, always about arriving somewhere. And so we come to spirituality with the same mentality, the same approach. I am someone that's not whole, not complete, missing something. And I'm going to arrive at this stage of enlightenment, this stage of the guru, this stage of arriving. And this is how it appears. I will get there, I will be there, I will arrive, I will achieve. It isn't really a wrong thing to have that mentality that you're going to do it, you're going to achieve. I think in America that's more promoted, this sense of, yeah, you can do it, woohoo, you can make your life, what's the thing, the American motto, like anyone can make it and achieve in America. It's a positive approach to things, you know. You can yeah, whereas I think in England, maybe Europe, but no, more England than Europe, but in England it's more of a, not a negative approach, it's more like a melancholy approach, which is weird because the whole British Empire thing, I don't know how it's a melancholy approach, but we don't seem to have that. That's really bizarre. I don't know how that is, but anyway. Oh dear, it's funny. Yeah, so they have that sense of we can do it, we can achieve, we can make it. Yeah, it's funny. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's not a bad thing to have that mentality of, yeah, I can do it. It's just a positive way of looking at life, a better way in some ways. You can actually try and make it and try and put effort in and try and, you know, reach those ideas you might have, those projections you might have. But that's by the by. What I'm trying to point to is, like, either of those ones, it's not really relevant, really. I mean, one will be more positive and more like, yeah, I'm gonna be more focused and more, you know, upbeat and more, yeah, and one's a bit less of that. Either way, really. My point being, which I've lost the point. I've lost the point. Yeah. The point being, I'm a bit drunk on Christmas. The point being is that there is no arriving, there is no getting there. So you could have that energy of I can do it, I can make it, and you could have really lots of success in your experience. But it's never going to fulfill you. It's never going to be it. It's never going to be it. Because you're constantly going to arrive at this supposed point of arrival, getting the house, getting the car, getting the person, and you're still going to feel incomplete. You're still going to feel this pull into time, into the next thing, the next future. So it's endless. It's endless. So all these different spiritual ideas, these stages of spiritual evolution, again, they're wonderful, and you can become, more balanced, more still, more healthy, more loving, and more healed as a human. More like mature, more healed, more just not so tangled up in traumas and difficult conditioning. That can obviously be better than being quite tight and quite limited by your conditionings and your beliefs and stuff. But it's never going to arrive at some point that you imagine. And we imagine the point as being the better, and the point at being some kind of higher place where you can look down upon your old identity, your old way of being, and say, oh, I'm in a better place now, I'm better. But this imagined better place, it's like the last thing you would imagine, that it's right here. That it's right here, and it doesn't matter what condition you are in, what condition this experience is. This seeming arrival, this projected arrival, is here. It's here. There can't be an arrival to it. It's just here, naturally here. The birthright of this existence is here. It can only be here. Existence can only be here. This is it. What you feel you've lost, this heaven you feel you've lost, is only because of the identification that's happened with time, with you being someone in a position and you moving through time. So in this dream of being someone in time, you've lost something. So in a way, it's true, you have lost something, but it's not to be found in this time-bound reality or found in this position of you. What is lost is this, which is already here. And it hasn't been lost, it's here. You've appeared with this dream of time, giving the impression of an experience of being lost, being abandoned, being lonely, isolated, being hurt, being rejected, being all these feelings that come up as a separate person and living as a separate person. The person does get battered around, does get rejected, does get isolated, whatever it is, it does get hurt being a person, or even being a human, you could say. It's a natural part of this flow to get bashed around in the flow of life happening, the fire, the snow, the storms, the sun, this bashing around of life, this movement, this toing and froing, this being swung around. Life's gonna have this effect, this conditioning that's gonna happen to the character or to the human. There's no escaping of that. The only problem, the only suffering is this identification that happens, that isn't being done by someone, it just happens. Identification with that as you, as who you are, this position of someone is who you are. This is the only suffering that humans actually have. We have pain, yes, disappointment, frustration, upset, anger, hurt, but the suffering that comes is through identifying with this as being who you are. And again, it isn't personal. No one's doing that. So what's being suggested or pointed to here is that there's something else that isn't a person, isn't in that story of someone. It's just here, like a natural nakedness, and it's just here. Nobody can own that or have that or claim that. It's just here, the birthright of everything. Like this book, this book has it. This book is it. It's totally the birthright of this book is to be empty and full simultaneously. It's the same with every seeming thing. It's totally empty and full simultaneously. And who can have that? Who can own that? Who can be that? It just is primary reality. Primary reality, the only reality. Everything else is just dreams, the play of dreams, of appearances, storytelling, dream telling. And it isn't bad or wrong or shouldn't be. Like there's an enjoyment in that. There's an enjoyment in life. There's an enjoyment in this play, this seeming happening. It's all kinds of different things. It's beautiful, this fullness of life, this fullness of experiencing. It's so beautiful to experience. It's so beautiful, but there's no one experiencing that. Not a thing experiencing that. Not a thing. Experiencing everything, being everything. Whose is this? Whose is this? Whoop! A picture just fell down the floor. Whose is this? So in the end, like this is nothing is wrong. We believe there's something wrong. And it's simply not true. Nothing is wrong. This is how it is. This is happening how it's happening. Flowing the way it's flowing. And there seems to be this easing into this. There seems to be this easing into this. This relaxing into this. So there's a holding on, and then there's this slow relaxing that seems to happen. Will we say in time there's a seeming relaxing of this, relaxing into this. But that's not reality. That's not reality. The only reality is this, what is happening. This is it. This is it. Okay, so any feel free to now ask any questions. So you can friend me on Skype. My Skype is Rebekah Maroon, and you can call in and speak to me now live, or you can write a question again through Skype. I'll just put. Have to use my phone today. Oh, Maudie online. I didn't know. Don't turn it off sometimes. I forget. Okay, so yeah, you're free to message and ask to call, or I'll call you, or whatever. I haven't got a place for this. I've told it. Hi, Titana. Titana. That's a lovely heart. Hi, Dion. Okay, I'll reply to you later about that, Dion. Thank you. So yeah, any questions you can now send forward, send in. I'll put on the chat as well in case somebody feels they haven't got Skype or something and they want to. Okay, so there's no questions. I'll give it another minute or two, and then I'll show you my hair while waiting for a question. And it is getting more entangled. I have a lock somewhere. Is it here? A slight lock. Maybe you can't see. There's a slight lock growing here. This one's locking, you can see. But they're very thin. Hopefully they're going to merge a bit more and become more chunky. I found another one somewhere. Oh, at the back, it's here. You can't see it very well. So it's happening, it's happening. I saw a question then. Let's see. Orange. Oivid. Orange shog. Orange shog. Hi. Hi. I hear you say empty and full, and I've heard real and unreal. Is it pointing to that unreal? What? Is it pointing to that unreal is because... Oh, is it pointing to that unreal is because this is always fresh and immediately a story, and real because whatever it is appearing. I'll read that again. No, it's fine. It's fine. I can't comprehend language very well. I can read it, but it doesn't really go in. So I just can't hold the words very well. Your hair is more interesting. Why, thank you. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. I can't hear what you're saying, but I'll just say how I interpret it. I can't really hear what you're describing it as. So unreal, empty and full, and unreal, real and unreal. So you're asking why is that spoken? Why is it empty and full, and why is it real and unreal? Thank you for your question. Why is it empty and full? Why is it real and unreal? It really excites me. That's like the best way to describe it, really. It's the only way to describe it. Empty and full. I don't know of another way to describe that. That's as perfect. To describe not a thing as empty, and to describe all things as full, everything. To describe that, yin and yang, to describe that. I don't know how else you could describe it. Empty and full, not a thing, and yet all things are empty. And as for real and unreal, like real as in it seems to appear, this seems to be happening, the sounds seem to be appearing, the sensation, the objects, they seem to be happening. There seems to be this movement of form, this appearance of form. So it's real as in it's appearing, Like this hand can hold this phone. It can hold it. It seems to be real. And you can't really, well, you can, but you can't really question. Like this seems to be an experience. It seems to be happening. But then when you look into it, like quantum physics, when you look into these things, these seeming appearances, to see what the substance that makes them up are, what it is, what is all of these things, what are they, what is happening here, what's going on. When you look into that, whether it be through quantum physics and science, and you look into and you research and experiment, and you break apart the atom and you try and find what it is, or whether you look into it through questioning and inquiry and so-called spiritual practices, questioning and looking. And then in the same way, the result is you can't find anything. You can't find anything. And that could be taken by the mind as, oh, well then, keep looking, or that can't be the answer. But that could be the answer. That could be the full stop. You can't find anything. There's nothing there. Whereas that can't be enough for the mind. It wants to know. It wants to know the answer. It wants to know the thing. But the answer actually is that it's empty. It's empty. And that's a mysterious thing that science can't ever grasp. It can say it grasps it, but it will keep looking for something. There has to be something in these things. It can't be nothing appearing as these things. It can't be emptiness. We objectify everything into something. All religions to do that. Make God into a thing, an object. And yet we're taught it's omnipresent, it's omnipotent, it's everywhere. But all we can see is walls and buildings and hands and bodies and chairs and shoes and books and mirrors. And where's God? Where? It can't be here. Where? It's completely dumbfounded by this. We accept it in theory, in the mind, as a belief or a religion, but the actual experience of it, we reject. The mind rejects. This is emptiness appearing as fullness, the unreal, unmanifest formlessness appearing as form, as manifest, as appearance. This is it. This is it. This is all there is. Empty fullness, full emptiness. It's like beauty beyond beauty, mystery beyond mystery. But it's right here. It's right here, not hidden away. It's right here. Right here. This is it! Thank you. Thank you for that question. Beautiful, really beautiful question. Really beautiful. Yeah. Well, that wasn't you. What you were agreeing. Yeah. Oivid. Thank you, Oivid. Oh, I thought you were typing something. Maybe you've stopped. Oh, that was GP. Shall I try and say your name? I'll try and say your name. I'm gonna block on it, but I'll try and say it. G G G Gary G G I forget I'm doing a live stream as well. Gary. I said Gary. There you go. Hi, Gary. Oh, I've lost Skype now. Yeah. Perfect. That's the way it's supposed to say it. I know. Or even is nothing. You shouldn't laugh at someone's disability. You shouldn't laugh at someone's I'm joking, sorry. So any more questions? Laughing with you, I know. Yeah. No, laugh, but it's not really it's quite a serious thing if you do have a disability or a speech impediment. It's not really a funny thing, but I'm laughing because it's funny. I can laugh at it because it's quite funny at points. So yeah. I love the comedian with CP. Oh, that's GP, not CP. Yeah. I like comedians. I like to laugh a lot. I think comedians even say it's one of the best things to help everyone. Laughing about all these things that seem to happen that seem to be bad or seem to be negative and difficult and challenging. That laughing really is the best medicine for lots of these things. I really appreciate comedians so much for the joy they bring, the controversial things they talk about and bring up and discuss openly. I think they do a really good job, actually, comedians, more than what we may credit them for. Yeah. It's quite a thing to be able to see the funny side of difficult things. It's quite a talent to find the funny in things. Okay, so yes. Oh, Moja, Silent J, I don't know, Moja. Hi, Moja. Hi, Rebekah. Did your seeing happen all at once? I have seen, but find the personality continues to function as if the old way of seeing was true. Did you have to work with these patterns? Thanks, Moja. Is it Moja? Moha, for your question. Did your seeing happen all at once? I have seen, but find the did your seeing happen at once? Very awful. I don't know about these questions. I mean, they really are part of the dream. They really are. That's why it's hard to even like answer. I just don't even understand that question. Like I get it in some way, but it's like it's not even part of like the reality. It's not even relevant right now. Right now, this is what's happening. Right now, this is what's happening. And where is that seeing? Where is my seeing? Like it's not relevant right now. It's not true right now. Right now, this is it. This is it. Right now, this is it. But I'll go into some of the dream of that and respond to satisfy the mind, I suppose. I don't know, all the curiosity. I'll try to. I don't even know if I can. You're seeing happen all at once. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's a dream of seeing, a dream of waking up, a dream of unfolding. That does seem to happen. There does seem to be a period of waking up. So it's kind of real in a way. It's not really questionable. It does seem to happen. It does seem to be this awakening that happens, this questioning and this like opening to that. And the mind takes it and tries to make it into a story and tries to understand it and tries to pull it apart and examine and know where it is and know what's happening next and what level am I on, what stage am I on. It does seem to be that. So I'm in no way brushing that off. I am, but I'm also not brushing it. I'm also including it as totally a part of this seeming appearance. There does seem to be this journey of awakening. It does seem to be this journey of integration, of breaking down old patterns, old behaviors, old identification with behaviors, I should say. Breaking down that attachment that we're like identified with all these different aspects, and there does seem to be this like what's the word, like a detoxing or like pulling apart of all the attachments and pulling it and then pulling it again and then back into identifying with the person and the character. It does seem to be this integration of it, so it filters down from it being a head thing, a belief. Oh, I've heard Tony Parsons and I believe him and this is my new belief. It filters down like deeper, 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 deeper. It filters down through this experience. It filters down through your conditioning, through your ideas and beliefs, which are held on so deeply. So you may believe non-duality up here, but it's still not like, it's still not the experience fully. There's still identifications happening. So yeah, it does seem to be that. Totally. This clarifying all that happened, this energetic clarifying that seems to happen. It's beautiful, really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So yeah, there is a kind of like acknowledging these things, acknowledging your beliefs, acknowledging where there's still suffering, acknowledging the seeking that's still happening in the body. There's still the seeking to get somewhere, to have something, to be someone. Acknowledging that deeply, every cell. So yeah, there does seem to be that. Yeah. yeah. I'm not gonna brush that away. It does seem to appear like that. But this is it. This is it. You aren't going to get to a future point through all of that, in all of that, as a result of that. It's just what happens. This detoxing happens. like I'm picturing like something stuck to the frying pan. There's this trying to scrape it off. This kind of thing happens. But at the end of the day, this is it. This is where it finishes, right here. Right here. This empty fullness. Life happening. The way it's happening, whatever it is. Whatever the character is, whatever the behaviors are, whatever the stories are, the thoughts are, the feelings are, the conditioning is, whatever it is, this is it. Total perfection. Total perfection. Never changing and moving. Total stillness. Appearing as movement. Appearing as change. Undivided. It's totally undivided. It seems like it's two things. It's movement and still, but it's totally undivided. It's totally undivided. Undivided. Undivisible. Total wholeness. Yeah. Thank you. Love you. Very good. Moody voice. Not sure about that. Do I have Moody's voice? I don't think I do. But anyway. Okay. We shall leave it there. There's no more questions, I don't think so. We shall leave it. Thank you. And yeah, enjoy Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Have a nice holiday with family and friends or by yourself or with your pets or whatever it is. Enjoy. Yeah. Oh, lots of love. Okay, so I'll see you next Thursday. I'm back at 2, but that might change after that to another time, but it's 2 for next week, so I shall see you at 2 p.m. Okay, happy celebrations. Lots of love always. Okay, bye.